91.5 Chaz and Morris, your man Galaxy Glenn, side by side, the afternoon drive. And folks, I am so pleased to announce, as you may well know, we as a team, TEAM, together, everybody achieves more.
You got that right, brother.
Man.
You got that right. You got that right.
And the beautiful thing about this, when I say everybody, I'm not talking about just the personalities, staff and management. I'm talking about you all. Those who gave, those who saw and understood where their funds and their pledging was feeding a certain purpose and feeding your passion. I was giddy about it. I'm coming in, I'm on the freeway. By the way, be careful out there. They're giving so many tickets out there right now. I pulled over and caught an Uber here. I said, nah, I read it was cheaper. So I got to catch an Uber back to get my car. I mean, they pulling them over. I don't know if they finna pay for a Christmas party. They bringing in the police to start the concert. I don't know. But be careful out there. You shouldn't be speeding or riding dirty or whatever anyway. They're doing their job, but they're not sleeping at the wheel. They are definitely pulling some people over. I was like, woo, doo, 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 had both hands on my steering wheel singing. He's got the whole world in his hands. Yeah. Be careful out there. Hey, folks, it's a plum pleasing pleasure to have one of my guys. I just like this guy here, man. Ron Knight, you are a great entertainer, a great person, man, a great passion. Your team is beautiful too, and I regret I couldn't get you in like a 1 or 2 on Stop On By Friday, but I know you move around a lot. You all over the world. You have residency in Australia as well.
Yeah. I do a lot of. I see. That's really what my passion is because I actually get to travel. I remember there's one section where I traveled for about 3 years, man. 3 years, and I was everywhere. And essentially, I was staying at the best places. I was working for Sheraton hotels, and they got them all over the world.
Okay.
And
you work with some of the biggest names in entertainment.
That is right. And
okay, now I'm gonna keep it right there. That's my tease.
Right.
We're gonna come back with you. We're gonna get in some music right now. This is Phyllis Dominique called "Don't Give Up," and we're gonna come back with Ron Knight and get a free degree on some of the travels and some of the spectacular artists that he knows personally. That's one thing you want to see, Glenn, side by side, the afternoon drive. Sounds from Player. My special guest is Brother Ron, who's worked with everybody, including this artist.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
Ron,
right.
After the stop set, we're going to talk about Player, and you're going to talk about Phil Collins, talk about what your next move is.
Yep.
You're like an encyclopedia, highway information about stars, celebrities, and otherwise. Don't touch that dial. It's 91.5, Jazz and More. Back more with Ron.
KUNV, Las Vegas, you showed us the love. Now, we're sending it right back. KUNV Morning Drive is about to get a whole lot, well, nashier.
Hi, it's me, John Nashin, and I want you to join me every morning right here on KUNV.
John Nashin returns to 91.5 KUNV.
Well, I never really left. Well, it's a long story.
This time, Nashin's taking over the morning show.
I'm going to need to figure out how to set this alarm thingy.
The best radio station in Southern Nevada just got better.
Just now tuning in for whatever reason, I do want to say, on behalf of everybody, thank you. We're not just going to get what we need and turn our backs on you. We appreciate you, and we're going to keep on reminding you how we appreciate you. Don't be surprised if you get a call and someone says, hey, you just scored some tickets because you just got some premium from 91.5 Jazz and More because you care, we care. It's a family affair. Speaking of family affair, got to welcome Ron Knight back in the studio, and man, you just, I get excited, man. I'm giggling. I know you got a big show tomorrow at the Sterling Club.
Yeah, the Sterling Club.
Yeah, that's the Turnberry, right?
Yeah, Turnberry Place. Yeah, it's across the street from the Westin, the old Hilton Hotel.
Yeah, Jason looked at you and said, "What do you do?" He just looked at you. He knew you did something.
Yeah, but he asked me about my voice. He said, "Man, I can hear it in your voice."
Well, this is interesting. If you go to Atlanta, about everybody or any other person you run into, they're tied to some reality show. You go to LA, anybody you run into is an actor, an actress, or something of that nature. Now Vegas is like anybody you run into is an entertainer,
right?
Or they're a boxer or a cage fighter. I mean, it's like the mecca you know. And then if you're anybody from Chicago, they step in. Okay, and if you for California, you just cool. You know what I mean? You got it about it. You can't be without it. You know what I mean? Cali, one time in California love playing in the background. Let's talk about some of the people you know on a more kind of sad note, but we're gonna keep it in prayer. You work with Phil Collins, and
Well,
you said, "Well,
I didn't actually work with him,
you
but
know
I've,
his son,
I've been
right?
around it. I've been around him,
Yeah.
and I know the last concert that he did. You know, he wasn't very well,
Oh, okay,
and you know, it's not looking too good. As a matter of fact, his son had to take over the show, and I think most of the time that you see a show with Phil Collins now, you'll see his son because
Wow.
he's not in the greatest health at the moment.
wow." But he gave his all, and his
Oh
music
yeah,
lives.
oh yeah.
It will always live.
You know, he's
here.
originally a drummer.
Yeah.
That's what he's a drummer. He wasn't a singer. For a
Oh,
long
did he
time.
do that in the studio?
Yeah, he did that. But you can always tell because
Yeah.
Phil Collins' music because the drums are the loudest in his music.
Oh, okay. See
Yeah.
there, free degree.
Always.
Now, player the group, Baby Come Back.
Baby Come Back. Well, if you remember Ron Moss from the Bold and the Beautiful, Rich.
Yeah.
Well, Rich is player. Him and another. I forget the other guy's name. They put that player together,
Right.
and they put it. I think they had it going just before Ron left my band.
Okay.
Because Ron used to be my bass player. Ron
Okay.
Moss used to be my bass player.
Right.
And the last time I actually saw Ron was in Malibu. Kim and I
He
went
just-
to a party,
He's just like Malibu.
and, and he was
yeah.
there,
Right.
and we had a good time.
Like
You
the
know.
governor's ball.
And
I
then
get
he
it.
came to a show that I did at if you remember the old Lamley Theater
Okay.
on Beverly Boulevard,
All right.
and
Somebody's listening
Fairfax.
to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did a show there for the reunion of my old band called Social Security and May Through November. And Ron showed up to do that concert too as well.
Wow. Hey, man. Wealth of knowledge. He's going to hang around another 10, 15 minutes. I just like soaking up great stuff. We're going to get down on it, back to the music. It's 91.5 Jazz and More. Thank you, Las Vegas. Thank you, Las Vegas. Thank you, Las Vegas. We did it. $50,000. Now, what you going to do? Do you want to get down?
Oh, what's he gonna do?
It's called what?
Capital Soul, Soul with a capital S.
.5 Jazz and More. It's your man Galaxy Glenn, side by side the afternoon drive. Special guest Mr. Ron. Mr. Ron is in the house in a major way. Man, I'm telling you, man, that was your cut. Soul with a capital S.
Soul with a capital
I
S.
love
man.
it. I love it. I love it. Because if you're gonna have soul, you might as well put it. There's no lowercase in soul.
No lowercase.
There's no
man.
lower.
No
It's no lowercase in soul music, soul food, soul period. I don't care if you spell it with the EU.
That's
You got to
right.
put a capital S
Oh,
on.
by
it.
the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the studio with Philip Bailey from
Ah.
Earth, Wind, and Fire tonight.
No. I've been there. They say we look a lot alike.
Oh,
And,
I'm telling you, no, you could
I
be
was
his
in,
brother.
Yeah, I was in
He
Beverly
used to
Hills.
live across the street from me, man. That's
Did
one
he?
thing. Yeah, he used to live. Actually, I lived in Palms. You familiar with Palms, right?
Yeah, right.
He lived across the street from the Centinela Park.
And then when you asked to
Right,
borrow
for
some
Pico.
money, he said, "I can't find a reason."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, he
Listen,
was
bro,
always cool, man.
You got so many great stories, and during the music suite, we were talking about some great stories. You worked with Al Jarreau.
Al Jarreau, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al Jarreau. When he was working with, that's when he was working with Chick Corea.
Now, if I remember, my regular serves me right. You and Lou Rawls, the late Lou Rawls, is real close.
Lou Rawls and I were real close. As a matter of
Real
fact, he
close.
never told me he was sick, man. I used to see
Really?
him in Australia. No, he never told us. Kimberly and I went to a Thanksgiving Day party on the north side of town. 'Cause
Right.
I don't know if you know, a lot of people didn't know that. Lou owned a lot of the soul food stores in North Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
No, we
he,
didn't know.
look, man,
I know
that
he
guy
said
was
something.
fantastic.
You'll never find
Yeah, he was
a
fantastic.
soul
And
food like mine.
I was
Yeah.
with him when he cut that when they released that record.
Yeah.
I was working at Disneyland at the time,
Uh-huh.
and Lou was there with the mentor of mine, which was Sam Cooke's old musical director.
Okay,
Bob
real
Tate,
quick,
by the way.
Ron. Let's get into this. The meat and potatoes. Tomorrow you're featuring at the Sterling Club from 6 to 9, and like 91.5 Jazz and more, you do a variety of music,
A whole lot of variety, man. A variety
and
of
a
music.
lot of
yeah.
energy, a lot of great entertainment,
They could come dance and get
and
the
have a
funk
great
on,
time and get their funk on.
and get their funk on.
Ron, listen, man, I want to thank you for dropping on by.
No
and is there
worries.
any nugget we should look for coming up in the near future? What are you
Yeah,
planning to do?
well, I'm working
Man,
on
can
a
you
project.
believe 2022 is around the corner?
Right around the corner, man. I'm
Goodness
working on a
gracious.
project, a song I'm going to release in at the beginning of the year called "I Need Some Money."
Okay. Well, that's the thing we should have used for our pledge drive. Why did you
some
come
money.
a month ago?
It's all right. You'll have another drive next year, and that'll be the one.
you want some money. We don't need it. We want some money.
I need some money, and I need it right now.
All right. Well, look, speaking of Earth, Wind, and Fire and talking about Philip Bailey, Maurice White, and the crew, Ron, thank you.
Thank you
May
so
you
much
live
for
as
having
long
me
as
on.
you
man.
want.
Appreciate
And
it.
never one as long as you live. It's 91.5 Jazz and more. You're truly guys are Glenn. Side by side. Let's groove. We did it. We met our goal.
Go, brother.